Peace and blessings once again, my brothers and sisters, especially in the Kemetic realm. Hotep, to be at peace and to be satisfied that I am. I say, it shall be so. And I also offer peace and blessings to, once again, to all my brothers and sisters out there in the religious sect. Today, I would like to talk about Genesis chapter 1, one of the great controversies that keep getting a lot of religious people looking really stupid, not knowing their scriptures and aligning things up to its original text and meaning. And I'm going to read the original format of this light that's been explained by 99% of the religious set in verses to the sun and the moon and the stars that was created on the fourth day according to the Bible. But the first thing I want to do is read the verses to you. The first verse that I will be reading from is in Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. And it reads, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day." Was the first day. So we see here on the first day God created two lights. One light. And he separated it from the darkness. Now let's read Genesis chapter 1 verses 14 through 19. "And God said, let there be lights." Now notice he puts an S on the end of this right here. Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. So now we see one of the great arguments that a lot of religious people, especially in the Christianity section, when a lot of conscious people attack them on this here verses of light in Genesis chapter 1. Because the concern is if the God of creation created the sun and the moon and the stars on the fourth day, according to the Bible, then what lit it up on the first day? What lit it up? What was that light on the first day that gave nourishment to everything? And you want to be careful on what I'm about to share with you today, and especially what I give to you. Go and research it and check it out. And in contrast to what is being universally taught about this light on the first day in your churches. Go and ask your pastor, what was that light on the first day? Listen to what he says before you give him the true answer to what I'm going to share with you today in this video. Now here's the most common explanation that they have for the first day light that's being taught in all of your universal churches. It says the light must have been inclined in the heavens and the earth that were created in the beginning. I'm going to read that again. Light must have been included in the heavens and the earth that were created in the beginning, but the earth's surface must have been still in darkness, because the cooling earth crust covered with boiling water must have sent up dense layers of mist and gases that completely shut out the sun's light. Light and the succession of day and night were established on the Earth's surface when the cooling process had diminished the density of the fog sufficiently for light to penetrate. However, the sun itself did not become visible till the fourth day. So now they're universally telling you here that the sun was already there, but there was some stuff that just hindered it from being seen. That's not what your Bible says. Your Bible says that it was created on the fourth day. It didn't say that there was no process of waiting or anything. It says that it was created on the first day. Now the question is, what lit it up on the first day? Now, here is where the Europeans, when they stole this story, I'm going to explain it to you. When they stole this story, they didn't understand the concept in the Kemetic creation story. In the Kemetic creation story, there's a story that includes Atum breaking free from his second nature, Apep. When he broke free, he became the first living God. That meant that there was a partition made between that which is light and that which is darkness. Here in this story on the first day, that is what lit it up on the first day. In other words, the God of this Bible story had to set a partition in the atmosphere before anything would be created. That meant he had to distinguish himself between opposition. Light meaning the God of the light, the God of the living, and the God of the righteousness, and darkness representing chaos or evil. The distinction had to be made between them, between that first, before anything was created. Now, in closing, brief, short little message today, I'm going to give you the conclusion of this here from the so-called New Testament. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, I'm going to read verses 4 through 8. All right. Now, once again, the light on the first day that was created in Genesis did not represent a sun. No, it did not. It represented the God of creation, his light, his righteousness, and darkness represented chaos. Now, here is proof in your New Testament. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at verses 4 through 8. Now, listen to what it says. But you are not in darkness. You see? Darkness. Darkness that was created on that first day when the light was distinguished between it, separated from it. You are not in darkness that you should be overtaken you as a thief. But you are children of the light. It didn't say lights. It said light. Go back and read what I gave you in Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 5, in contrast to the lights that was created in Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 19. You are children of the light, meaning of God, of righteousness. You're supposed to be. All right. You are children of the light and children of the day. There go day represented again. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for the helmet, the hope of salvation. See? Light represents children of God, the children of God. And light represents that higher being, separated from darkness, evil opposition. Peace and blessings, and I hope that you learned something out of this lesson. God bless and stay strong. And keep walking on top of things most folks are sinking into. Peace.